Alright, before I get into this video, I just want to say that I'm not bashing on the game when I'm talking about this stuff in this video. This is just me addressing some things that I've encountered myself in the game, and I've seen many people ask about, or I've seen about, talk about Peroxide, that I guess I just haven't really seen addressed. So before you get in the comment section telling me I'm a hater, listen dude, I'm playing the game. You obviously see me spending a lot of money on the game. The devs could care less. But I just wanted to talk about Peroxide for a bit and some things that I've been seeing around the community and a part of the game as itself. Now, Peroxide I've been playing for a while now. Honestly, I did a couple videos on it. Well, a couple, I mean two, but like I would have done more. But I guess I kind of felt a little too late to the whole Peroxide thing. Definitely could have been a little earlier. But I mean, the game was fun. It's fun, you know. I mean, I guess like, you know, it's definitely something to play on Roblox, especially since Roblox is really dead. But it definitely isn't the most perfect game either. It has a lot of big problems. A big problem that I would like to, you know, point out could have been one that happened to me. I know it's kind of solved currently now. That I would like to talk about as an example was when your stuff got rolled back. For me, I was making my last video, and it took me a while to make that last video. If you haven't checked it out, hey, go check it out. But I was re-rolling a lot. I had spent a lot of money, ROBUX tech on the game, and I got rolled back, which is pretty unfortunate. But it's not that big of a deal for someone like me because I have a decent amount of ROBUX. But like for a normal person, it really sucks because they definitely spent their own money and it's their own time getting that money and spending that Robux just to get rolled back, get their stuff back, and if they didn't have any proof, they were donezo. Now I know it is that, like, you know, they were saying that they already fixed it, but I know some people are still having problems with it. It happens here and there. It's just a bug that isn't their fault. It's technically Roblox's fault most of the time, but it's still kind of unfortunate to see that it took them a while to kind of realize that. It took them at least 3 days to realize about this rollback bug, especially since a lot of people were talking about it. Even Misery, I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce his name, his YouTube. He's a big Peroxide YouTuber, was talking about it. It happened to him. It was pretty unfortunate, but the only thing I really wish is that they had talked about it before anything else instead of like letting this happen for the next 3 days. They could have at least closed the game down or like warned people, but they didn't even say a thing. And as you guys know, losing progression means a lot in this game. Like, let's say, you know, I had just gotten a Hogyoku, which I actually have. I have actually 2, and let's say I regressed and I didn't have those 2 Hogyokus anymore. That would have been unfortunate. I literally would have quit the game right there and there. And honestly, right now, I'm not really playing the game as much, especially since, you know, there hasn't been much new content. I know they have a lot of planned, but like, you know, haven't really, you know, been interested at the moment. And that comes with like the other thing with like, you know, a lot of burnout from the game. And I know a lot of people haven't really been playing Peroxide either because, especially my friends, because they've just been burnt out of the game. They've done basically everything. They've maxed out all the slots, and that's not their fault. I'm not saying that this is a problem. It's not a bug or anything. I was pointing it out, but like, yeah, you know, I could tell how people could be burnt out from this game. They have all these crazy good game modes. It's honestly fun and stuff, but like, you know, most of the game modes are kind of similar though. You know, you're just kind of killing another faction or something. It's nothing crazy, but I did see that they uploaded like a nice little leak about something new, like something invasion wise. But if it's kind of just like the same thing of just killing another faction type of deal, then I don't know how much that's gonna last. Of course, Fullbringer's coming out, but like, you know, Fullbringer's just one whole line, and once that's done, what's next? You know, what's next after that for Peroxide? That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out. But that, you know, I just wanted to address that part. That's not really exactly a bug. Again, I'm just saying that's just kind of burnout. Another big bug I would like to say, or not a bug, but I guess an issue I found with the game itself, is that a lot of the dev products, yeah, they cost Robux. Yeah, you know, it's a paywall, blah blah. They don't really mean much. Well, actually, they kind of do, like Thrift, Clan Reroll. They have actually big stuff. They could actually be pay to win. You can roll most of your stuff in Robux. Like, I myself spent a lot of Robux just, you know, already on the game, as I was saying. It isn't bad that they have it set like this, but the issue is that a lot of the time, if I were to keep rolling Thrift Reroll or like, you know, any other reroll, I will always commonly just get Duality, Odyssey, or literally you can spin 70 times and you'll still get the same common. And like, you know, obviously there's cool legendaries, and obviously it says their percents right here, but like, it would have been cool if they, you know, have at least like a small pity system, not even anything crazy. It's not like you have to like at least rolling 250 or even 300 times for a nice good little pity. Now, I'm not really sure. Something like that, at least, you know what I'm saying? Or another way that you can get rerolls a little faster other than Essence. I'm not gonna talk much about this because I'm not gonna lie, they give us a lot of codes. they give us a lot of codes every time there's like a new light goal or something happens to the game, you know, so I guess I gotta respect it. And it usually is a lot of essence and a lot of stuff I like, you know, in general. But the issue with that is that I've been seeing a lot of that happened, and that's what I wanted to go into my next topic, and that's kind of like management and like the lack of management. Now the game is a big game, right? And obviously if you need to restore, like the first problem I was talking about with like the rollback bug and stuff, you would probably have to wait a long time. I can't blame them. There's like a decent amount of mods, but there's the game has like 30k to 40k to 50k players every day. So I can't blame them for taking some time. I didn't even bother getting a restore because I knew it was going to take like 4 hours or even 5. And I just wanted to get that video out that I made. So I didn't even bother to get restored. But the thing is that when it comes to lack of management, I mean, instead of sometimes fixing the game or doing something like that could actually like help the community out with the game and stuff, what they tend to do is all they do is they're like, oh, you know, we're just gonna, as compensation, we'll give you guys a code, it's gonna be amazing, you know, there you go, we'll get this fixed up. The thing is that not everyone is just looking for a code. Everyone just wants the game to be good and fixed, and just seeing them upload a code after code every time to compensate kind of just feels like they're neglecting stuff. It just feels kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, now everyone's gonna expect a new code every time there's a new bug, which isn't how you should probably feel about a game. You shouldn't be like, oh, new bug, hey, we're about to get a new code. I feel like that just isn't the way to do it. It just feels, obviously, in my opinion, wrong. It just feels pretty wrong. And then they end up brushing it off and just, you know, give you another code just for you to end up spinning the same Shikai Shrift Resurrection. Hey, man, at that point it's just like the same circle continues. It is what it is. Now I don't know about any other really big things that you could talk about. You guys could probably talk about some stuff in the comments for you guys selves that you've seen from the game itself. But obviously the game, every game isn't gonna be perfect. And as a developer myself, obviously that is true. Obviously the only way they could really feel like they can really compensate is by giving codes most of the times, which I understand. End of the day, there hasn't been anything that crazy game breaking, but it's more like I'm thinking about after Fullbringer update and that invasion update they showed, what is next for Peroxide? Like, I don't know what they really have planned out. Hopefully something cool, maybe more modes, because I feel like as long as they add more forms and stuff, I mean, hey, the game could do fine. Let me know what you guys think though in the comments. If you guys think there's other big issues that I haven't mentioned in this video. Obviously there probably is, but you know, I just couldn't get to them. Maybe it hasn't happened to everybody and it happened to you, but it's like a big deal. But I guess as long as there's not another bug that's like the reverse bug that happened to me and happened to many others in the Discord, then I guess the game should be fine. But I did just want to mention these. For now, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys around on the next video. Peace out, guys.